up, everybody? Oh, this. Getting comfy. Alright. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Everybody, let me make sure our sound's on. Okay. So what's up? We're doing our daily tarot reading. I'm ClairV, and we call this here spread space. I just woke up. I woke up like this, sorry. And I was looking at the astrology for today, May 13th, and I drew up the chart and all, but I don't know how to add it, like to screen it. So that's like my new thing. I'm gonna learn how to do this. So maybe we're learning like something technical. And this reminds me too that the sun is in Taurus and it's conjunct Uranus. So we are doing these like unconventional things, like things that are like out of the norm, how we normally do it. And this is a time to like try new things or try doing old things a new way, like a new way of doing things. Venus is also in Taurus, which Venus is Taurus's ruler, so there's a very deep or complete emphasis on love and, this sticking with it. And, Taurus is, steady and, slow and steady wins the race. So we're sticking with this, and making goals is like enjoyable, like we're actually enjoying our goals at this time. So also the moon is entering Leo. Ding, that's important for somebody. The moon is entering Leo. So let's say your natal moon is in Leo. Today is going to be, what's up, Cam? How are you? And so this is telling us to connect with our heart, this moon in Leo, which it's a waxing crescent moon. So this is telling us to connect to our heart, anything connected to our heart. I'm going to pull a few cards for the collective. If you ask the question, your answer will be revealed in this daily reading. So get your questions ready, and here's the message. All right, we have a few cards already out. They all came out like this. So, oh, thank you. They all came out like this. So these messages are more so in your deep subconscious, like you're unaware of it, or yes, definitely unaware of it. This is the Seven of Cups. You see, he's really in deep contemplation here. Cups is all about emotions and feelings. And, there's this maze here. We're going from this big ocean to this tiny little thing in between this. You know what I mean? It's like a river, and you see this snake. Perhaps we are shedding our skin as we come through this. Ding. There it is. We're shedding our skin here. Perhaps it's something to do with Scorpio or of a new. Then we receive the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is one of the best cards besides the Sun you can receive in the tarot deck. This Nine of Cups is like a wish come true. Many wishes come true. So this is saying be careful for what you wish for, because it will come true. And I hear you don't want to wish bad on anyone else, because it's going to come back to you tenfold. So This is our wishes here. Perhaps we are releasing all of these feelings. Like I said, cups is about feelings and emotions. So perhaps we're releasing all of these emotions or feelings. Maybe we need to give it to God. You know, these things were all uncovered. And we go from contemplating about these things all covered to uncovering, unleashing all of these feelings into the atmosphere. And then it's like this sun right here is this same thing right here. So it's like you're releasing this, but it's like a deception, or you know, he's running away, this is sneaky, and you know, it's not good. And perhaps this is somebody like taking something from you, or if it's not somebody else, this could be you. Perhaps this isn't like a literal thing, perhaps this is like a metaphorical thing, like there can be a thing and there's somebody's trying to tell you something. See, he's like screaming and it's like you're running away from it. So perhaps there's a message. There's definitely a message in it. There's so many cups. So this is very emotional. This is the King of Cups, which is the highest of the court cards. This could be a person. This could be a man, like a Scorpio, Pisces, a water sign, you know, Aquarius. Not Aquarius, is an air sign. What's the other water sign? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So this could be like a man, or if it's a woman, this could be like the masculine side of a woman. This could be a situation, but this is, he is in deep control of his emotions, upright on his throne. There's a fish necklace, whatever fish mean to you. Perhaps going fishing or being around water is very good. I see the starfish here. This could be, it reminds me of this 9. All of these emotions, starfish have these little tiny things on like feet, and they move, all their little feet move all at the same time. And it's like this, really, like all at the same time. So perhaps, and these feathers too are all at the same time. So perhaps this, we are in this some kind of mode, and it's like releasing all of this at one time. Whatever was once covered is now not covered anymore. Let's see these last cards. These came out as a group, so perhaps this message is for somebody else, or like I always say, these are your readings, so just like use your intuition when deciphering these messages. Okay, so this is a very, I see this entanglement. We're entangled because of all these things. Remember we were talking about all these things? Well, look, all these things. We received the 8 of Wands in reverse. This is saying we need to take a break or slow up. We're doing too many things at one time. Perhaps we need to like say this is our daily thing. We need to do this like one thing at a time, because it's like we're almost overwhelmed. We feel as though we're stuck, or we're in this like mental restriction, but this is mentally. You're really not blindfolded. You really can see, like this is your reflection. Perhaps like in that one reading is like, if you don't see it within yourself, perhaps you'll see it within a reflection of somebody else. And what do we need to see? Well, perhaps we don't even need to see, because here again, she is blindfolded. Perhaps we just need to hear the message. You see, these birds are quacking. Again, they are trying to say something, like this bird right here. There's a message to be heard, and perhaps this is what we need to do. We need to cover our eyes. You know, when you cover your eyes, you can hear better. You know, they say if you're blind, you could see better. I mean, you can see better. You can hear better, or if you're deaf, you can see better. You know, when one lacks, like the other one compensates for where the other one lacks. So perhaps we do need to stop seeing something and start listening to something else. And here we have the major, the tower. So this is deception. Again, and this says again the Seven of Swords. So there is some kind of deception here. There's some kind of lies or some kind of oppression. There's this lightning bolt reminds me of Uranus. Now Uranus is all about shocking events that come out of nowhere, and this is the tower. These tower moments come unexpectedly, and perhaps and people think, oh, it's the tower, it's a bad thing, but it's really not. You see, this tower would have never collapsed had it had a sturdy foundation, but being that the foundation is unsturdy, this had to happen in order to clear a way to make room for a new foundation. Now, for guidance on these situations, whatever, like I say, these are your cards. I'm going to split the deck and then read. I'm going to just pick a random thing and read from your higher self oracle. So we have the Magician in reverse. So perhaps we are feeling under the weather or like lack of energy. Sleep will help. Meditation. Perhaps the Magician is all about lies too and like manipulation. So when it's in reverse, it's like, you know, oh, thank you. All right, so we're going to pull, or I'm going to pick a page. Everybody think what you need to hear for my viewers. Are y'all ready? Change. Wow. And this is all that Uranus, what we were talking about, change. It says, are y'all ready? Life is a process of becoming a combination of states we have to go through. Where people fail is that they wish to elect a state and remain in it. This is a kind of death. Wow. This is a kind of death. Picking a state, remaining in it. What else did it say? The wish. Wow. And that is by Anais Nin. Anaisnin. Anais Nin. It says this card indicates that change is on the horizon. Many fears arise when people think about change. This is due to a fear-based perception of endings and beginnings. In order for a spirit to grow, it must learn new lessons that emerge from loss, death, rebirth, and renewal. You are being asked to view changes in your life as new opportunities that will strengthen your spirit and increase your knowledge while on this earth. So yeah, we were talking about that, how this is going to help us like learn. We're going to gain something from it. With that wish card, you might be letting go of 9 things, but you're going to get like 90 things in return. Remember I said about that tenfold. 9 times 10. You're getting 90 things in return. So that's why it's very important not to repay evil for evil. I always tell my kids this. It says if you have a job and are in the process of looking for a new one, trust that this career change will bring out a new beginning and opportunities. Same thing for love. If you're in a love relationship and you're like, oh, like you don't want things to change, you want to stay like stuck in the same thing, you got to get out of that energy, because like it said, like staying in that energy is nothing but death. And we don't want to be stuck in this, you know, blindfolded with all of this deception and negativity. You know what I mean? We have it in us. If we let go all these things, look what we gain. This, we have this whole thing full of gold. This whole thing will fill this thing tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, they say when you, like, when you let go of one thing, you gain two more things. Like, for instance, I had this friend, hey Jennifer, I had this thing, and yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had this, like, I had this friend, and her name even had a special name, right? Well, after I lost that, well, what I thought, when I lost such a good friend, I gained two more friends with that same name. So even though you might think that this is like a sad and like really bad, horrible thing, it's traumatic, it's sudden, you know what I mean? But it's not really as bad as you think. You know what I mean? If you really sit there and think about it and you uncover these and let that go, we're gonna be in this state of like emotional control, emotional healing. This is compassion and love. This is far from this deception. You know, look at the difference between that and this. Like, do you want to stay in this, or do you want to rise up to this? You know what I mean? Hey, sorry, Thea, how are you? All right, so a bunch of new people came on. This is for my newbies that came on just now. This is for you, like I always say. Use your intuition when deciphering this message. All right, for my viewers right now. Oh, wow. We'll start off with the first card. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So here we have a disconnection. What once was like one whole thing is now two separate things, perhaps. Or if it's not that, it could be an imbalance. Twos, you know, are even, but when it's in reverse, this is an imbalance of some sort. And this is the Suit of Pentacles. So we're talking about material, anything tangible that you can hold, money, resources, finances, things of this nature. So there's an imbalance here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Next, we receive the major number 6, the Lovers. Sagittarius moon has something to do with that. The sun in Gemini. See these two faces. This is all about choice, chance, love, you know, unity, togetherness. This is a connection. So we go from this disconnection to this connection. So, you know, take what's for you and drop what's for somebody else. Leave it for somebody else to pick up. We have the Queen of, speaking of dropping shit, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You see this pentacle is now coming out of her hand. This is a loss. When we're talking about queens, this is a great loss. This could be of a job, a house, a car, something you can hold. Like I said, this is the money. Perhaps this is telling us that we need to let go. Perhaps we need to let go. She's very still. You see her with her eyes closed. You know, she's being still, and as she's still, you see this growing. So perhaps something with the roots. And then we have the Seven of Wands. If you asked a question, perhaps this is for you. This is telling you to separate yourself Perhaps there's some kind of conflict or something, these things coming at you. This is telling you to keep your distance. You see, she's in a ball. Perhaps you need to protect yourself, keep yourself at a distance, something of this sort. Go within, be still. As of the Queen of Pentacles, you see her eyes are shut, you know. She's still. As with her, her eyes are shut. Ding. As with both of this woman, her eyes are shut. And both of these people, their eyes are shut. In the last reading, blindfold over their eyes. Nobody's eyes are open in any of these readings. Perhaps we need to close our eyes, or maybe we just need to feel. Look at that. I can't make this shit up, y'all. Again. And this is judgment. Perhaps we are coming out of ourselves and like into like a new thing. You know, I'm just doing daily general readings. I say that these are your readings, so use your intuition when deciphering the messages. They're daily readings, so whatever, you know, take what's for you. The beat is on fire. I hear you. See that drum is on fire? Maybe your heart's on fire. I hope you're not Howard Stern. Cyber vomit? What's that? What's Howard Stern have anything to do with it? High Priestess. This is number 2 of the major arcana. Again, look at her eyes. Her eyes are shut. So perhaps we do have to go within and like, you know, feel. We have to feel into a new love. There's something new. This is new news, new something. We have to open up our eyes to newness. There's our piggy bank. They say when pigs can fly, well, the pig is flying. And here he's holding one of these cups from the first reading that was released. So perhaps the more cups you release, the better chance you get of one taking flight. You know, if you're releasing these things into the universe, we have to, I guess, you know, like the odds, the more you cast off, the better chance. But then you got to think, well, is it better to take your time and make the one good? You know, I guess that's maybe what we have to close our eyes and do this like inside thinking. Like the answers are within you. They are definitely within you. Look, her eyes are closed too. Perhaps that's why we are feeling this anxiety. We're like, maybe we're too much inside of ourselves. Like I always say, they go to an extreme. This is anxiety, maybe nightmares, something at night, a disturbance. Like perhaps there's some kind of noise at night. And this also reminds me of Sedna. You know, I did a little reading about Sedna. Sedna was an Inuit goddess, mother of the sea. It's astrology, a planet that was found in 2003, like one of the reddest planets. And this story goes like this. Sedna was trying to get back on the boat, and I guess there was a storm, and her father cut off her fingers. Well, this is what her thing was. Like the fingers fell to the bottom of the ocean. They all became beautiful sea creatures, and she became the goddess of the sea then. But her thing was she did not marry. She would say no to every single man. Now, the one man she did say yes to lied to her. He wasn't even a man. It was a freaking bird. It reminds me of that seven of that one. It's that deception. You know, you meet this new person and you think they're somebody, but they're really somebody else, or they're really not that somebody. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why we have to be still and close our eyes. Instead of looking at the picture, we have to see how we feel, because our feelings are going to tell us where the lies are, what the truth is, where this disconnection is, where we have to protect ourselves, how far do we have to stay back, who's really right for us, is this really right? So that's it, y'all. And this magician in reverse keeps coming up. I want to read y'all this little thing to see if there's anything I'm missing, and then we're going to conclude it. All right, so I said the magician in reverse. This is physician, magus, mental illness, disgrace, or disquiet. So perhaps this is creating something mentally. All right, y'all. Thank you to everyone who is here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And come back tomorrow for the daily readings. We have Tarot Tuesday, so I always do free readings. I do like yes or no, and then a reading, whatever you want to do. So I'll have the pendulum, and we'll do Tarot Tuesday, and we'll give free. I'll do you like one-on-one. That's what we do on Tarot Tuesdays. Thank you so very much. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Love you.